Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today we're going to start with my bag of words and see what I'm inspired to share. Okay. Oh, I got two words. Oh, patient and abandonment. Patient and abandonment. And you know what? I'm going to pick one more word. Courage. Oh, perfect. Okay. Perfect because, I was thinking about abandonment. There's many ways, right, that we can use this word, but it's making me think in particular of when we abandon something, whether it's a dream or something else. But whenever we abandon a dream, right, we leave ourselves feeling like there's something missing, right? And sometimes we're not even able to put that into words. We just know that we didn't follow through, we abandoned something, and we then, feeling yucky inside, maybe more irritable, and, not really necessarily making the connection, really just feeling this like level of frustration within ourselves. But we, abandon it for a reason. And sometimes we don't make that connection as to why that is. And when we don't make the connection, right, then we're not able to address it, right? If we don't understand it, we really can't address it. And usually what happens when we abandon, something, we, feel bad about ourselves. But one of the things that, right, is really important is for us to remember to be patient with ourselves, right? This human experience isn't easy. We are sometimes going to feel overwhelmed. We're going to feel scared. And we may, hesitate, hold back, think twice, or think so much that, we kind of put ourselves in a freeze-like state. But that is part of the journey. That is part of the human experience. And those are things that we can learn from, right? So we want to remember to be patient with ourselves instead of saying things to ourselves or allowing our inner critic to run amok. Because when that happens, we feel worse and we're going to feel more irritable. And as not only just feeling irritable, we're also going to start having some depressive symptoms because we're not being patient with ourselves and we're attacking ourselves, right? In our own mind, we're allowing this inner critic to just go on and on and on. And it just really is very detrimental to us. So we want to be patient with ourselves, but connect with whatever it is that we're feeling. If we ignore it, then we don't get the opportunity to make that connection for ourselves. That's why it's super important to not ignore it and to pay attention to it. And our last word is courage, right? But it makes me think of when we pause or we start to acknowledge, right, make these connections, then we're able to find our way towards courage, right? Because now we're shifting from allowing our inner critic to run amok to what can I do, right? Or connecting more with that desire again and exploring, right? What's holding us back, right? Any fears that we may recognize, right? We could address. But if we don't recognize them, we can't address them and not necessarily find our way that much faster to our courage, because the courage is within us. Our job is to tap into it, right? And to bring it back to the surface. Because sometimes when we have these ideas and these desires, our psyche gets a little scared. It's not, let's say, used to, having good things happen, or it doubts itself, right? It's like, oh, can I really have that? Can that really happen to me? And because we doubt ourselves, we don't necessarily, right, follow through. But that doesn't mean that we can't, or we're not good people, or we have some major serious problem. Not really. We just need to recalibrate. We need to pause and acknowledge, right? We need to acknowledge and pause that, to explore what is going on here. And when we do that, then we're able to break a cycle. It's that easy, even though it's not that easy, right? Because our emotions sometimes captivate us. And when they do that, we stay, in this frozen like state, for that much longer. But that is okay too, right? We meet ourselves where we're at. Attacking ourselves, putting ourselves down, and saying mean things to ourselves, or thinking bad things about ourselves is further, exacerbating a situation and making it worse. And that's not what we want. So we want to make a U-turn from that, and we want to walk in a different direction. And we have the power to do that. So we want to exercise that power. And however long it takes, it takes. And we forgive ourselves for that if we feel that we need to. In other words, if we're beating ourselves up too bad, then we pause and we forgive ourselves and say, I was doing the best that I could, because that is the truth, right? If you could have done better, you would have. And if you would have had the courage back then you would have done it back then. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's neither here nor there. The present moment is what is here. And that's what you want to work with. And that's where you want to find your courage. And that's where you want to take your first step, in the present moment, not in the past, in the present moment. So I'm going to end with that. I hope that helps you and that you have a beautiful day. Bye for now.